House GOP leaders have made it clear repeatedly that they'll be going after Hunter Biden in a series of investigations once they officially take control of the chamber next year. And now Hunter Biden and his allies are gearing up and forming strategies to push back. But some close to Hunter Biden seem to be at odds with the White House on how to handle any potential Republican probe, including on the very fundamental question of whether Hunter Biden should fight back now or continue to lay low and let Democrats dismiss any House GOP investigations as partisan political stunts meant to attack someone who is a private citizen. The Washington Post describes a meeting held by Hunter Biden's friend and lawyer Kevin Morris in September, in which Morris advocated for an aggressive strategy against right-leaning media's portrayal of Hunter, including filing potential defamation lawsuits against Fox News, Eric Trump, Rudy Giuliani. Quote, "The meeting was a glimpse into a sprawling infrastructure that's rapidly, almost frantically assembling to combat Republicans' plans to turn Hunter Biden into a major news story when the GOP takes over the House next year. The risk for Hunter Biden, and possibly for President Biden as well, is that this hodgepodge of efforts is not fully coordinated and does not share a unified approach according to people involved in the effort." The Post also reports that Hunter Biden has been working with attorney Kevin Morris, who in the past has reportedly lent him money to help pay off a tax debt, which is the subject of an ongoing federal investigation, and that he's hired at least one lawyer just to deal with House investigators. But beyond the lawyers, it appears Hunter Biden's team has also done extensive research on two prominent critics of Hunter, including former business associate Tony Bobulinski and a computer repairman named John Paul Mac Isaac. Bobulinski claimed to have evidence that Joe Biden was involved in Hunter Biden's business dealings with a Chinese energy company, and he also alleges the Biden family committed fraud against him, which the FBI then covered up. I should note that after Bobulinski said on Fox he was willing to go on any shows to back up his claims, we reached out, he responded that he was interested, and then pretty much ignored us. The invitation remains open. And Matt Isaac owned a repair shop where Hunter Biden seemingly dropped off one of his laptops. Isaac turned the hard drive over to the FBI and at some point to Rudy Giuliani, who gave a copy to the New York Post. According to the Washington Post, not everyone, including it seems the White House, appear to be on board with a counterattack. Quote, "Some involved in these efforts argue that Hunter Biden and Morris should stay out of the limelight so Democrats can focus on painting the Republican investigations as a partisan political exercise. No one thinks this strategy of putting Hunter Biden front and center is smart," said one Democrat involved in the broader effort, who requested anonymity to describe private conversations. No one, including the White House, thinks this is a smart strategy. Now, look, I've long said that I think the federal investigation into Hunter Biden, as well as other allegations levied against him, are important stories. And we have covered this many times. It's a fact that a company with deep ties to the Chinese state sought influence with now President Joe Biden's family, including not just his son, but his brother. Those in the left-leaning media ignored the story. The public deserves to know. But I also have yet to see any credible and/or convincing evidence of a connection to Joe Biden. There are claims, but so far they're little more than that. No doubt, President Biden is the target, and what Hunter does or doesn't do could certainly have ramifications beyond his own case. Joining me now is Alex Gangitano, the Hill's White House correspondent, who has been following the recent developments closely. Alex, thanks for coming on the show. Appreciate it. So is there any sense of which way the Hunter Biden team is leaning right now in terms of more aggressive or lay low?
Yeah, that's a good question. Of course, we've seen the Washington Post reporting, as you were discussing, that they want to appear more aggressive. But what we've seen out of the White House for the last, several months is that laying low is really the strategy. So I'm curious if they'll also be perhaps speaking with Hunter's team and trying to show a coordinated effort here, or allow Hunter's team to do what they're going to do and the White House keep up their strategy of trying to maintain their distance from this and really instilling that, Hunter is a private citizen and an adult son and can speak for himself and does not work for, the government and the president.
Well, thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.